The Priceless Watch, a story about the value of time. Introduction. The Lazy Son. Once upon a time, there lived a man in a small village. He was deeply worried about his son, who was incredibly lazy and careless. The boy never worked. Instead, he just wandered here and there in the village all day long, wasting his days away. One day, the father decided it was time to teach his son a life lesson. He called the boy to him and said gently, "Son, there is a watch kept inside the cupboard. Go and bring it to me." The boy obeyed, opened the cupboard, took out the watch, and brought it back to his father. The first lesson, the value of the watch. The father looked at the watch, turned to his son, and said, "Now, take this watch to the market. Ask everyone you meet how much they think it is worth." The boy nodded and headed to the market. He showed the watch to different people, seeking their opinions. One man estimated it was worth 500 Indian rupees. Another person valued it at 1,000. Someone else suggested 800. Everyone gave a different price. While a few people guessed the same amount, no one could completely agree on its exact value. The boy returned home and told his father, "Father, everyone gave me a different price for the watch. Some said 500, some said 800, and others said 1,000. The man simply smiled and said, "All right, put the watch back in the cupboard." The second lesson, the price of time. The next day, the father called his son again and asked him to bring the same watch. Once the boy handed it over, the father gave a strange instruction. "Now, go to the market again. But this time, do not ask for the price of the watch. Instead, ask people the price of the time inside this watch." The boy was thoroughly confused. He didn't understand what his father really meant, but he obeyed anyway. Back at the market, he began asking the passers-by, "How much is the time inside this watch worth?" People looked at him strangely. Some laughed at him, some told him to go away, and others muttered, "What a foolish question." The boy felt deeply embarrassed and sad. The wise old shopkeeper. Finally, the boy stopped at a small shop where an old man was busy repairing watches. When the boy asked the same question, the old man paused his work. He looked at the boy with a kind smile, immediately understanding the deeper meaning behind the question. He said softly, "Son, you cannot put a price on time. You can give millions of rupees, but you cannot buy back even one single second of your life. That is why you must use your time wisely." The boy listened intently as the old man continued. The bad news, time passes away. The good news, you get to choose how to spend it. Everyone in this world has exactly 24 hours in a day, both the rich and the poor, the old man added. The only difference is how they choose to use those hours. Conclusion. A changed life. Hearing those words, the boy's eyes filled with understanding. Something shifted deeply inside him. He thanked the wise old man and rushed home to tell his father everything that had happened. The father smiled with pride and placed a loving hand on his son's shoulder. From that unforgettable day on, the boy's life changed completely. He stopped wasting his days wandering around aimlessly. He started working hard, utilizing every moment productively because he finally understood the true, priceless value of time. Glowing star, the moral of the story. Time is free for everyone, but it is priceless. You cannot buy it, but you can use it. You cannot keep it, but you can spend it. Once it is gone, you can never get it back. So, Use your time wisely.